Danny C. Block's power, got the streets devoured. Gold chains glisten in the hour, flow like a sizzling shower. Spit fire like a dragon, crews left staggering. Imagining the habit, check it, Big Daddy moving. Calculating the scheme, rough neck, no bleeding. Hardcore eyes gleam, C Block dominion. Pure raw strength in the kitchen.
Word. All right, all you mashed potatoes, you know what time it is. It's the C Block on the Media Virus Podcast. How's everybody doing? How you doing, Big Daddy?
Doing pretty good, all you French fries.
All you mashed fries.
Mashed potatoes and French fries.
That's right. I was sitting here going, thinking to myself, why do I always wait till this music starts playing before I try to come up with an alternate to motherfucker? Why can't I come up with it?
And why
way earlier than this?
Why
you need the pressure?
Mammer Jammer.
What's that?
Why have you never gone to Mammer Jammer?
Mammer Jammers.
Yeah.
That's not
bad Mamma Jammers.
Bad Mamma Jammer. So how's improv? How is the world of
the wonderful world of improvisational comedy is doing fantastic. We just did some promotional stuff this evening, some headshots, some group shots, all in preparation for our debut show at Chapel Street Theaters coming up in a couple of weeks. I think we're in, got to be July and August, but you can check out Forgetful Squirrels on Facebook for tickets and show times, and also you can look at Chapel Street's website, chapelstreetplayers.org, for those dates and time. Tickets are already on sale, and they are selling quickly. They are $15 a piece. Let's see, the next Fearless show is going to be at the Chancery Market, and that's Friday, July 14th. Check out cdc.org for more information, ticks, and show times for that as well. You can see me be a funny motherfucker when I'm not making y'all motherfuckers laugh and cry here on the C Block. Speaking of which,
yeah, so if you want Big Daddy actually be funny, you can go.
Just did a little research while you fellas were chatting.
Yeah.
Chapel Street show is 7/26.
Thank you. There you go. 7/26 coming up.
1 month away, guys. So lock your tickets in for the chat. Are you guys going to be taking up a residence there?
It looks like it. We are going to be there. The House Improv Show.
Nice.
That's fantastic. And joining us here is Pete. How you doing, Grease Monkey Pete?
Peachy.
Pete just woke up, so Pete's a little.
Matt,
I was awake an hour ago and was like, "Oh, cool." And then I rolled over and fell back asleep, and I woke up and went,
Gotcha. So we're introducing a new segment here on the Media Virus. Oh shit! My internet's going bad. But the new segment here is called I think I'm going to call it the PD Files, Tales of the Lonely Road.
Okay.
And what's gonna and then you can tell one of your stories, and we're going to call it the PD Files.
PD Files. All right. I actually came up with a really good name the other night that somebody, somebody's eyes lit up when I said it. It doesn't involve my name. I just call it heavy lifting.
Heavy lifting?
That's what I call it when I pee.
Heavy lifting with grease.
Spell lift the way.
Oh, like lift, like what you do.
Right, what I do.
I got you. All right, so we'll call it
with Grease Monkey Pete.
Yeah, PD files, heavy lifting.
Okay, there you go. Cool.
I don't know why that tickles me so much.
The PD files part.
The PD files, yeah.
So,
He's just not giving a fuck. What'd you do to your beard, dude?
I didn't straighten it. I just woke up.
Oh, yeah.
And I was about to take a couple minutes and do that, and I was like,
yeah. All right, so that's a choice you made. Okay.
choice, you know.
All right, cool. Conscious decision.
I mean, I could always just like, you know.
You could have done that from the beginning. Where'd he go? Did he hang up on us?
I think he might have.
Okay, that's funny.
That is funny.
Okay.
So Pete wakes up and then his beard wakes up. Got it.
Jesus.
And his beard got really mad at Matt just
His
now.
beard hung up on me.
Pete's beard hung up. Pete doesn't need that shit.
I don't. Does he? Do you think he knows he fucking hung up, or do you think he thinks I hung up?
He can't possibly be sitting there knowing he's not hooked up.
I mean, I don't know what. Like, we're kind of at a standstill.
If he's gone, we had to disappear.
I just heard him come back. Okay, so you got to bring him back up there, Mike.
That was weird.
Your beard hung up on me, Pete. What the fuck?
Yeah, I don't know. My beard was like my beard was like, fuck this guy.
Hey,
Took control of your arm and everything. That was fucking wild.
that was, dude.
That was,
Your beard will not be talked to like that.
yeah. Yeah. It's like, don't you dare turn that camera off me.
All right,
Oh, man, and I got a new camera I was gonna hook up too. But anyways. That'll have to be wait till next week.
all right.
Last
Well,
night, a Lyft driver was being held hostage by his own beard that was wielding a knife at him.
so I think we can all agree that we all really IFL science.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Do you like IFL science, Pete?
IFL Science. What is that?
It's a website that we use very often,
For our science content.
right?
I was about to say
IFL stands for I fucking love science.
I was like, didn't we use that a couple weeks ago?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Yes. Yeah. IFL Science. Yeah.
Now, here at the Media Virus Podcast, we use IFL science a lot. And when they told us that we shouldn't drink our own piss, we took that at face value.
Absolutely. Sounds like good advice.
But when they come out and they tell us that shit, I didn't mean to start it, but they tell us that men in the U.S. are peeing incorrectly, we have some questions. So, Big Daddy, you got your voiceover?
No.
I sent you.
That's why you sent it to me.
Yeah, man, it's a script. Holy shit!
You said you wanted to do it live, did you not?
I did. I did not.
Live and cold.
Let's see. Let's do this and this.
This is now going less smooth than I had hoped.
I think I have to leave and come
Yeah.
back.
It gives me like a lukewarm, tingly feeling, like when I pee.
Pete has a lukewarm, tingly feeling. Alert the media.
I think Big Daddy dropped out.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, he did. He froze.
he had to leave to access the information.
Right.
Wow. Cool.
But we didn't. We just lost his audio and video. We did not lose his connection.
All right, so we're waiting for Big Daddy to reconnect. That's always a good time. I love it when plans come together. You know, it's
Yeah.
always a fucking fantastic time. All right, so
You're supposed to bite a cigar after you do that.
I know, but see, like he bites it triumphantly, where I'm saying it sarcastically. You know.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know how to bite a cigar sarcastically. So
Hang on, just a second.
didn't we have some more shit lined up for C Block too? Didn't we have some more shit to talk about? Did Mike go somewhere? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, he's not sitting at his desk.
So how you been
more
doing, Pete?
progress I made a little more progress in my studio. Notice
Oh, yeah?
me, things have moved a little bit. Yeah, no, I've been moving stuff the last couple of days when I came home from lifting most of the night. Staying home during the day in the air conditioning. Yes.
Yeah.
Taking a little bit of time to move some stuff around in here. The other day was kind of a little crazy in here. Like I couldn't see the floor. I had so much stuff in here, and I finally, well, no, it wasn't yesterday. It was Monday. Yeah, Monday was pretty like moved a whole bunch of stuff, and I still couldn't see the floor when I was done. And I was, oh. Yesterday I finally made a breakthrough and got like a shelving unit in here and moved some stuff onto that. And now I was gonna move this desk earlier tonight or today, but I was like, I need to go to bed.
Yeah. You want to watch a woman get eaten by a tiger?
Sure.
Whoa.
Watch this. She's arguing with him.
She's arguing with the tiger?
No, she's arguing with her husband, and then the tiger.
Whoa!
Tiger just got sick of her shit.
Wow.
Oh.
Wait, now is this like in like a safari park?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a safari park, and that woman decided that getting out of the car was a good idea to argue with her husband.
Because it'd be funnier. Like, I mean, it's funny as hell. But like, it'd be funnier if it was just like a random street. Like, oh, and the tiger just.
No, yeah, that would be funnier. You know, but I don't know, because it's kind of funny that she knows she's at a wildlife park. She knows there's tigers out there. That's just her being an asshole and getting, you know,
out of the car, runs around to the other side, starts yelling at him, and then the tiger's like, "Yo, lady,
hey, you look like food. I'm gonna eat you."
yeah."
And like, where did they come from? Like, how much of that did they watch before they intervened?
I mean, it's one of those things where, yeah, that's a good question.
Because like they seem pretty Johnny on the spot to get there at a weird time.
Big Daddy.
All right, I'm back, bitches.
All right, real quick. You want to watch a woman get eaten by a tiger?
Dude,
Yes, I do.
She gets out of her vehicle to yell at her husband
you
at a safari park.
I just realized.
And then, watch this. Here it comes. Oh, bitch, you coming with me?
See, that's what you get.
Yeah. You know,
That's what you get.
if she'd have just, you know,
See, the tigers are on our side.
That's right.
You can have those bears.
All she had to do was,
Tigers
just know her role. No.
What she needed to do is shut the fuck up. See, if she was sucking his dick, she'd be alive today.
It would have been uncomfortable for her son in the back, though, because her son gets out of the car.
It would have been, but you know what? I'm sure he'd rather have a mom.
Yeah, she'd be alive.
Yeah.
All right,
I am ready.
The Media Virus podcast. We FL science. We FL IFL science.
Yes, we do.
And when they told us when they put out a report that people shouldn't drink their own pee, we took them at face value.
Damn
but when
right.
they come at us like men in the U.S. are peeing incorrectly, we send Big Daddy out to investigate.
This is Big Daddy Reports. Here's Big Daddy.
When I was first handed the assignment, I saw the headline and I saw a note that said, just look into this. And I thought, you know what? I'm a medical professional. I've been peeing for as long as I can remember. My whole life, in fact. I've peed standing, drunk, half asleep, and one time during a fire drill on a self-employed transvestite sex worker. It's just how I roll. And these two events are unrelated. I thought I had it figured out. How could I possibly be doing it wrong? I tried some variations, maybe positioning assisted the flow, or sometimes, body gravity dynamics help the bladder to fully evacuate. Or maybe centrifugal force is necessary. I just could not figure it out. I was stumped. But then I thought, God damn it, why don't I just read the fucking article that the headline was attached to? Turns out, the article recommended that men sit down to pee.
Okay.
Unfortunately, my first attempt didn't go so well. It felt good, it just didn't go so well. Then I tried the lower urinal. It worked out a lot better, but there was a little bit of, splashback. So as messy and wasteful and dumb as it sounds, motherfuckers, you got to sit down to pee. It's for your health.
That's a report from Big Daddy. Big Daddy reports. Sit down to pee. Now,
sit down to pee. You're probably going to get some shit on the hem of your pants, but it's worth it.
It's funny because I sat and typed the timing into Byte, you know what I mean, of each video. Mm-hmm. And it never once told me that the videos weren't fast enough. And I thought I don't know why that didn't match up so good.
I tried talking faster. It did not work.
It did not work. And I think what it is, I think I fucked up when I laid the music in.
Yeah, you may have changed the timings there.
Yeah. But
I should have said something, but I didn't want to insult your intelligence. I'm sorry.
You might have wanted to do that like FedEx guy fast, Big Daddy.
Well, no, he went.
That's all right.
He went from what would have been a 4-second open to a 12-second or 13-second open. You needed to.
Yeah, you know what? I fucking knew all that, and then I didn't because I didn't have. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, well, I'm an idiot. We all know that.
Well, it's okay. Listen, this is what we get out of it, gentlemen. We've all tried different ways to pee. Sometimes we are not in our right mind. Sometimes we pay transvestites to receive our urine, a la R. Kelly. But the best way is, according to science, which is peeing sitting down. So you know what? Try it. You're going to hit the back of the bowl. You're going to get some on the carpet. You're going to get some straight up in the air. You can catch it in your mouth. It's for your health. So you know what? Pee in your mouth. It'll help your bladder last longer.
Yeah, sit down to pee.
Yep.
Sit down to pee. It's for you, really.
Well, we've got all the audio now. You can cut it back. You can cut it together.
Yeah. Yeah. It's one of those things when you like, you think about all this shit all the fucking time until it's time to go and shit's not done. And you're like, fuck this, fuck that. You know, just rushing around to get shit done. You know?
Yeah.
But we have the audio.
Been there. We do.
It was good. We still convinced Big Daddy to film himself sitting in front of a urinal. You said I couldn't do it. I told you I could.
Twice. At 3:00 in the morning.
Wait, that was you? I thought that was like a stunt pisser.
Stunt cock? Nah, that was real meat.
That was all Big Daddy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hang on, just let me wallow in that fucking failure for a second.
Okay, go ahead.
Thanks. The fuck. This is
why we need science.
This I put the fucking secondary graphic in to lay in front of the fucking thing.
Right.
And I just
didn't extend it.
I didn't extend it long enough. I think I forgot to do it. But you know, what are you gonna do? Just gotta
cut the audio.
Roll with the punches, you know.
And recut the bit tomorrow so that you can package it and we can post it everywhere.
Yeah.
You know what? It's think of it as pee that splashes off of a urinal and lands on your pants. It just washes off. Just let it wash off.
Full disclosure, just so people don't you know, I understand I ripped the bit off, okay, from men making videos in their own bathrooms, right, saying that my wife said I should sit down when I pee to make less of a mess, and they're sitting next to their toilet and they're trying to get into the toilet, right? I took it a step.
I was not aware of that.
I took it a step further and was like, you know what? It's funny because urinals are made to stand in front of. You know, so sitting in front of a urinal is to me significantly funnier.
Actually,
yes, it is.
Have you ever seen Moving Violations with Bill Murray's brother?
I might.
Don't think so.
Okay. It's about this group of people. They have to go to not drive. Well, I guess driver's ed, but like they have to go to class school because they got too many speeding tickets, parking tickets, whatever. Traffic school. Yeah, that's it. Traffic school.
I think that's the name of the movie.
Yeah, Moving Violations. No, it's called Moving.
All right, so please get to the fucking point.
Point is at one point the old lady goes into the men's bathroom and sits down in the urinal, and she's like,
"Oh yeah, I did see that.
Why is my back all wet?" She's sitting on it like. That's where my mind went. It's like,
There's no way I was going to convince him to sit in the urinal.
No, it would have broken off the wall.
Now, if he'd came to that conclusion himself, that would have been fantastic. But
we definitely would have used the video.
Yeah.
The best part of it is, I actually hit the urinal from the floor.
Well,
go back to that. I hit the urinal from the floor.
I saw it. Yeah, you did actually. Like, I mean,
now, all right, you want to? Okay. Hang on.
You didn't use practical effects.
Just mute that for a second.
You pissed live. You didn't use practical effects.
Yeah, I was assuming that you had like a water bottle with a hole in it.
That's right. I'm pinching the top.
So you decided to actually take a piss sitting down in front of.
Why it took me so long? Why it took me so long to make these? You know what water I had to drink?
He had to study.
Okay, hang on.
Did anybody ever like walk?
Wait a minute.
while you were doing
You did not like you hit it,
Yeah.
but
Look at that.
See? That's right. that is in and over.
Oh,
see, it's the way you gave up here real quick that made me believe that there was a water bottle.
Well, because I was peeing on myself. That's why I said the splashback. The splashback hits you.
he stopped because he was trying to piss on himself.
If you hit the lip, the lower front of it, yeah, that'll nail you.
Not to mention all the slop from oversteering. It takes you a second to realize what a little bit of movement with your finger does to
All right.
a stream of piss 3 feet out.
I would say that most of that urine is not making it.
It did not. In fact, most of it did not.
So you're
Valiant effort.
There was quite a bit on the floor. That's all right.
Oh, man.
Big Daddy. Next time I ask you for a bit that involves you taking a piss, you don't really have to take a piss.
You're more than
You know what?
welcome.
We are all about truth and advertising. There's no
Realism.
fake news on the media virus. We are about the reality. We bring you the real meat, the news.
I was worried you couldn't get him to sit on the floor in a men's room.
That seemed to be the easy part.
This actually takes it to a whole new level.
I'm just making absolutely sure that I could possibly use this right here as the thumbnail for this video.
Screenshot it. Make sure you have it.
Well, it's like it's going to show me one of them. It's probably going to show me one of these. So that's good. We've got this going for us.
Oh, man.
I guess actually sitting on the floor and pissing would have been hard to explain had somebody walked in.
Yes, it would have.
Because what's even funnier than him, than these like quick shots, is all the setup. You got to understand, each one of these videos is like 3 minutes long, and the payoff is like seconds. But him just like looking around.
Listening at the door, making sure nobody's coming.
Yeah. In one of them, some dude was taking a shower.
There was a dude in the shower, and there were like attendants that were walking around, and there was still a couple of guys in there. So, yeah, it was high stakes.
Where did we shoot this?
I don't think we should say,
Okay. All right,
because
we'll talk about it later.
I know from experience that there's signs on the wall that says "Do not use cameras in the bathroom."
You are correct. There are signs everywhere.
So
Oh, man.
I know we've said it before, and if somebody wants to go back and listen to find out, fuck it. But
Oh,
especially now that I found out that that's not practical effects. That's the genuine. It's the genuine article right there. I'm impressed.
yeah, this is like finding out.
Color me jealous.
This is like finding out that sex scene in that movie that you dig.
Yeah.
They were really fucking.
No, right. I got you.
He walked in that room and said, I'm not just going to act like I'm doing this. I'm going to fucking nail this bitch to the wall.
Now, I was trying to convince him to sit on a ledge or the sink and piss in the sink.
Had I had a little more time to think about it, I think a folding chair would have been funny. Like
Wait a minute.
To roll in with a folding chair.
You didn't get the scene where I peed in the sink?
I got the scene where you pissed in the sink. You were standing up.
Right.
The whole point is you were supposed to sit down.
Oh, I thought that was going to be part of the me peeing incorrectly.
Yeah, you know what? I think I don't know why I didn't choose that one. That's definitely.
I peed in a sink, and you did nothing with it.
Well, he's still going to cut it. We still have to cut it back together. So there's time. He has to put a few seconds in there somewhere.
Is that the only sink you've ever peed in?
It's definitely the only one I've recorded myself peeing in.
It's the only one anybody can prove today.
I am not new to peeing in. I actually enjoy peeing in sinks because it's the perfect height and I can rest my balls on the counter.
Well, that's what Adam Carolla says, that any man over 6'2" has pissed in a sink.
Yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely. Any man over 6'2" has pissed in a sink. Now, I don't know if you've noticed this or not, but sinks in public are much easier to piss in than sinks in your house.
My bathroom sink is a perfect height.
Is it really?
Mm-hmm.
Mine's a little tall.
He's in an apartment.
All right.
No, mine is a perfect height.
And apartments tend to stay close to ADA when they can, so that sometimes requires a lower height.
That's a good point.
Yeah, but I've just never recorded myself
Right.
peeing in sinks.
I've just never recorded it before. Do it all the time.
I peed in the sink for you.
All right, I'll get it in the video. I got your
wound up on the cutting room floor.
Well, we got to do the porn roundup.
You know, if there's a sink around, you can't stop me from peeing in it. Yeah, let's do the porn roundup. Did you want to? We can do that after. I threw together another Botana read for after, and it's in classic C block style.
I got you. That's why.
Welcome to our 60-second blast of adult industry news, where business booms, boundaries get pushed, and the headlines get spicier. This week, porn star and musician Queenie made history strutting through Coney Island as the first adult performer crowned Queen Mermaid at the legendary parade. Queenie said it's about artistry, empowerment, and shaking off tired old stigmas. And honestly, we're here for it. On the business side, the global adult entertainment market isn't just hot, it's on fire. Analysts say it's on track to leap from $66 billion to over $71 billion this year, thanks to VR, high-def streaming, and a growing appetite for personalized interactive content. The future of porn? Think immersive, ethical, and inclusive. But it's not all glitter and glory. A California porn site founder just pleaded guilty to sex trafficking charges. A reminder that consent and safety aren't optional. They're everything. We'll keep watching. You just keep your minds open.
So we're definitely not mentioning Botana Organics in the C blog tonight, right?
Absolutely not. No reminders about their premium hemp and CBD products.
Right. We're not telling people to visit botanaorganics.com for shelf quality, for top shelf quality products.
No, not at all. We're not telling them about the free shipping or the great selection. Totally not happening.
All right, definitely not reminding everyone to get their hemp and CBD where we always do.
Never. We wouldn't want anyone to forget, except that you just did.
There you go. So, Pete's asleep.
Nope.
What? Who? Huh?
No, I was looking at something on my phone.
What are you looking at on your phone, Pete?
I was
What's so
seeing if I got-
fucking interesting?
I was seeing if I
Prime
got
day.
paid.
What?
Seeing if I got paid.
Did you get paid?
Yeah.
How much you get paid?
I'm not telling you.
Oh, fuck.
What do you
Oh,
think I
really?
am? Some kind of bonehead?
Oh, my God.
Ah.
Someday you'll be as funny as Carrot Top
Yeah, one day.
with your
Not today.
prop comedy. No, not today. Nowhere near as funny as Carrot Top. You know.
Yeah, because that's what I
Not the
aspire
other?
to. I aspire to be a.
You're the one that brings. You're the one that brings props to a fucking podcast.
It makes you guys laugh.
But nobody else gets the joke. Nobody else sees you holding up that
Bone.
Halloween decoration bone. You get it? It's just us.
Maybe they'll go like watch the YouTube.
Well,
They might.
Are we not on YouTube anymore?
No, we are.
no. Everybody saw you. Everybody who watches on YouTube will see you whip your bone out.
That's right.
241. It's the show where Pete whips out his bone.
Pete whips out his bone.
Hey, last week I was walking around choking my chicken.
You were walking around choking your chicken. And you dressed up like a miner 3 weeks ago.
Yep.
You're kind of fucking the bed, Pete. Oh, fuck. I was just about to say something. I forgot what it was.
Must have been a lie.
It might have been a lie. What else we got going on? Anything?
No, I don't think so.
I already shot my load.
Nice. Pete, do you have any long, boring stories that go nowhere?
We're trying to work out
lots
this.
of them. I'm not gonna tell any of them right now because I can't.
We got to.
You're having a hard time picking.
We got to work him in doing the PD files. I mean,
We need a better subtitle. I think Tales from the Lonely Road is funny. You know? It's a funny thing to put with PD files.
It's funny. It's funny. You guys should come up with that. Like the other night, somebody asked me, like, what was the craziest ride? And I was like, like,
it's always hard when you're on the spot.
yeah, I was on the spot, and I was like, yeah. I came up with a couple of things, and I was like, I don't want to get in any trouble, you know, like. All the names have been changed.
Yeah.
Do you guys have things like privacy laws or whatnot?
The terms of service basically say that you kind of mind your business and
Yeah, what happens in the ride stays in the ride, you know.
Yeah.
It's one of those things.
Gotcha.
but you know, I definitely had a couple of stock things that I would tell with differing names and places.
I usually never. No, I usually tell them where. Like not exact spots. Generality.
Mm-hmm.
Like not my favorite one, but one of the ones that I tell on kind of on the regular is about the guy that suggested a scam involving punching the Lyft driver in the face.
Oh,
I was like, no, like not on board for this. You know.
How is that a scam?
Oh well, apparently
Besides, you get punched in the face.
the Lyft driver claims to have gotten punched in the face. You know, or lets somebody punch him in the face, and then goes to Lyft and says, the rider punched me in the face. I don't know who they are, whatever. And Lyft pays out. I'm like, yeah, this doesn't seem like.
And they split the pain and suffering.
I'm like, this just sounds like you just, somebody punches me in the face and then gets away with it. Like,
or they say no and some dude punch you in the face.
I got a way for you to make a great tip. Let me hit you, and you ask Lyft to give you the money.
That's like a reverse scam.
Yeah, I was like, that didn't sound like fun.
And then you.
So somebody pitched that to you?
Yeah, somebody pitched that.
Said, hey man, let me punch you in the face.
Well, he didn't say that in so many words, but that was where what I was thinking. I was like,
He was going. I want to punch you right in a suck hole.
No, he didn't say it in so many words. But it was like I was waiting for I was like, is this the wind up? Like, is he about to say, hey, so I punch you in the face? I'm like, no.
And then we split the money? No, how about you punch me in the face and then you go to jail?
Yeah.
How about I suck your dick and then you let Lyft know it's sexual harassment. And then we split the money.
It's not a big deal. I'm already an offender.
So, yeah, that's less a scam and more like just assault. I feel,
looking for a way to punch you and profit from the deal.
Yeah.
I mean, if you want, I could help you out. I'll punch you, and then you tell Lyft I punched you. I guess I got to be a Lyft passenger, right?
Pretty much.
Fuck. So I got to spend money to punch you in the face.
Makes you want to really hit him now, doesn't it? I might not be able to pull back.
How much are you willing to pay?
Yeah, how far would you ride in a car with Pete? Just
not for nothing. I think after about 45 minutes, I'm punching him anyway.
How far would you ride in a car with Pete just to punch him in the face?
Find out next time on the Meter Virus. Big Daddy reports next.
The whole C block is just however long the ride takes, and Pete getting clocked.
It's a timer on the bottom. Oh shit!
God, that's funny.
Yeah. It's a good idea, though.
I think it's a great idea.
I don't think it should be me, though. I think it should be Big Daddy.
It is a Big Daddy report.
It is the Big Daddy report, and I feel like a punch from Big Daddy is much more of a threat than a punch from me,
Yeah.
So
true. An amputee survivor doesn't sound quite as.
that's right.
Not wrong.
Wow. You know what?
That's what you're going with now?
At this point, I think you should hit him just so we can all bust on Pete because he got beat up by an amputee.
Yeah, here.
The thing is,
we'll put mine as beat up by an amputee, and we'll put yours as the amputee.
See, you guys are making fun of me, but you know what? It makes it really hard to do mountain climbers.
I'm sure it is.
It's an exercise, Pete.
Well,
like where you got to get down, like you got to put your hands on the ground and pump your legs as if you're climbing a mountain, and you land on your toes when you do it.
And you only have 9.
And the 4 on the one side, they're kind of weak too, so hurts a little bit. You guys are making fun of me. It's kind of fucked up that it hurts a little bit when I do mountain climbers.
So which one of the little
No, we
piggies
love
is that?
It was the big one on my left side. There's the one that's gone. The rest of them are the ones I'm landing on.
So when you get your toes sucked, right? Do they suck on the phantom toe, or the place where it was, or like the nub? Like, where do they stop sucking?
Let me tell you something. My phantom toe is so big, she's always sucking on it. It's a phantom. I can do whatever I want with it.
That's right.
Like, did they offer you a prosthetic toe?
No, it was never.
You can get one.
I know, but I just don't see how it's going to benefit me at all.
But it's a strap on.
No, I get that.
I can see it in my head.
I get that. I just don't. I mean, maybe my foot slides around a little bit more than it would.
It would stabilize you in the shoe.
I don't. Yeah,
Listen,
I guess.
just get fitted for your strap on, and so many things will be easier.
You know, I feel like
put it on every morning.
You begin your day with strap on fun, and so many of your activities would be a lot easier with the strap on.
Hey, do you think maybe it's hollow, like you could stash your weed in there?
That'd be cool. You know, it's funny that like
or maybe it's a pipe and you just pop it off and then
there's
put it back on.
That's such a good idea.
We have to make
Except I got to take my shoe off every time I want to take a hit. That's terrible. No, that's not a good idea.
Get some flip flops.
That's the one thing I can't wear. Can't wear flip flops anymore. That's the one thing.
No,
then we set it up so that the toe is part of the flip flop, and when it straps to your foot, you can wear the flip flop.
The funny part is, I don't like flip flops, so I don't. You know, I've always hated them.
How else?
What about slides?
What about you
can do slides.
What about
slides? Yeah, I have a foot. It's just the toe that's missing.
Right.
It's funny. There's a little like nipple there on the end of my toe, on the end of my foot.
And it's super sensitive, and if you suck on it, it's like oh my god.
I've never sucked on it, and I've never asked.
We'll have suck on that nub.
We'll have to do a Play-Doh impression so that we can get the fit right.
Big Daddy report. Sucking on nubs.
I like to show it to people too.
So
we get you.
That is not surprising.
We could get you like a 3D tactical toe.
I feel like the toenail should be. I feel like the toenail should be on a hinge that you lift up that uncovers the bowl.
Yeah. I mean, I'm following what you're thinking. I'm just thinking it's not convenient at all. The least convenient thing you could possibly.
And nobody's going to share it with you.
You see you trying to pass that one around the circle. Why does this smell like athlete's foot?
Does athlete's foot have a smell?
I don't know.
Yes.
Why does this smell like Dr. Scholl's foot spray?
All right, Pete. What are you doing after this, Pete? You gonna go out and drive? Or you gonna go fucking
I'm gonna
to the bridge?
I'm gonna go drive.
You're gonna drive?
Yeah, I'm gonna drive down to the bridge.
You're gonna drive down to the bridge. All right.
Big couple bucks real quick.
Hang out under the bridge, and do what they had to do, hanging out under.
You should call it the inflation sale. Right? and you'll inflate them. Like,
Fluff. Come on down to Fluffy's. We're having an inflation sale.
No, I'm going to enjoy standing out in a parking lot at 4 a.m. and enjoying like the only breeze that will be felt for a while.
Yeah.
the breeze.
Yeah, there was last night. I was at 4 o'clock in the morning, or yesterday at 4 o'clock. No, today at whatever. What
Yeah.
time is it? Like today at 4 o'clock in the morning, I was standing out in a parking lot, and it was absolutely gorgeous out. It was like there was no humidity. There was a nice breeze blowing, and I was like, "Wow, this is all going to change in about an hour."
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because it was damn humid by
Yeah, it was.
the time I left the house this morning.
It was disgusting this morning. After doing that, I went to my other job at about 9. No, it was like 9:45, and I was like, ugh. And I got out of the car and was like, ugh, this is terrible.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Humidity sucks. I don't like it. How about you, Big Daddy? You like it?
No. Yeah, not a fan.
Experience. Yeah, we all agree. Humidity sucks.
Do you carry a
Feels
washcloth
like no, the small white towel.
today?
That's racist.
I know.
No,
That's why
the washcloth is racist. The towel is fine. I carry the towel.
okay.
I didn't know that. I just lumped you all together.
No. See, the poor ones use the washcloth. The good ones use the towel.
Oh, okay. I was keeping the towels and the washcloths together.
Yeah, as long
Nah,
as
you don't put the towels and washcloths together.
if you're
So the
carrying
towel-
linens outside the house, you know.
Now, my grandpappy always used to tell me that the towel heads were okay, but I didn't know that's what he meant.
As long as it's the good, I use the good towel.
Okay.
Just don't use the ones hanging next to the sink. Then you get yelled.
Yeah.
No, that's the one that you use to wipe your balls off. To wipe the sink off. See, when you pee in the sink and you got your ball sweat on the counter, you use the sink washcloth to wipe your ball sweat off.
I never understood that. I got yelled at by not this current roommate, but my last roommate. No, not that one.
Marshall?
No, actually not Marshall. No, a couple of roommates ago.
Don't use the hand towels.
I got yelled at. I got yelled at for using the bathroom. The towels that were hanging in the bathroom. Don't use the towels
Yeah,
that are hanging there.
those are ball towels. Don't use those.
I'm like, what? They're hanging there, just screaming, "I'm a towel," like. And I'm not supposed.
Yeah, no, those are exclusively for your balls. You don't use those for hands.
And if the soap isn't shaped in a bar like ivory, don't use it.
Yeah, don't use it.
If it's shaped like a flower, don't fucking touch it.
Or see, my mother has seashell shaped soap, and I learned the hard way not to use those.
Wait, she has Demolition Man soap?
Yeah,
That's
it's like 3 fucking seashells. Yep.
And dude, trust me, if you ever see their toothbrushes, don't scratch your asshole with them. People get pissed.
Don't clean under the rim of the toilet with it.
They're just the perfect consistency to relieve that anal itch.
Yeah,
Agreed.
Sometimes you go over some,
you make
give it a good old scratch.
point.
Oh, he's got the good Oral B.
that big red spike on the end.
You mean the stimulator?
Yeah. Ow.
hang on.
Are you pulling
Having
up
a
a
bit of
picture
an
of one?
issue.
Anal bee.
No, I had a.
Mm-hmm.
I made their oral bee an anal bee. You all right?
Just dry throat. I should
Uh,
have drinking here.
The fuck?
You all right, Matt?
No, Matt froze.
I know. That's why I'm asking if he's okay. I've had a couple of what the fucks and
The fuck?
yes. You're moving again. That's good.
Hang on.
Kind of hear you.
Are you using Google?
What the fuck is going on? Dude, I got like, 3 videos playing at once, and I don't know where they are.
You've got too many windows open, man.
I can't.
And only 2 of them are porn.
None of them were porn. That would be easy to ignore.
Once we get going, he doesn't close a window or he doesn't close a tab. They just keep popping.
Some random windows, but like there's shit. What the fuck? Are you still there?
Yeah, it had your bandwidth all chewed up. That's
Okay.
your bandwidth issue that pops up.
All the internet.
All the stuff you've got rolling that's still there
Yeah, I gotta remember to do things.
because it keeps feeding those videos down and those ads down and it eats up bandwidth.
Could be. But I wanted to. Oh wait, no, that's gone now. So, because it reminded me, there was a video there. The now I forget what they were called again. Something Jenkins. Incredible.
Leroy Jenkins.
No. Leroy Jenkins. At least I got chicken. The Resilient Jenkins. Are you guys
Jenkins.
the Resilient
Okay. I don't know.
Jenkins? Hang on. And so it's this family, five kids, 2 adults. Oh shit, that's a 2-hour fucking video. Fuck you. Get fucked. 5 kids, 2 adults, living now in a fucking hotel room.
Right.
They have to move every 28 days. So they don't. So the like the hotels make them move. The motels, whatever the fuck they're staying,
Oh, right. Okay.
are making a move every 28 days. Here's the original dynamic. I'm gonna. This is somebody else's podcast or whatever. I don't really fucking care because it's perfectly explained here.
Family on TikTok.
Why would I have ever heard of this?
They don't know anything that's on the board.
This is a TikTok family, 6 people going on 7, all living in a ransacked 1-bedroom apartment in Portland, Oregon.
Of course, they've been kicked out of.
They weird, Portland.
Steph met Andrew over the pandemic. She had 2 kids. He has 1 kid. Together they had another kid and are expecting another kid.
All right, a blended family.
Awesome.
Stephanie and Andrew, they live in the actual bedroom with a bed. The children all live in the living room / kitchen on mats.
So every night's a fucking sleepover. The children are the first line of defense.
Oh, it's another one of those moms who fucking fix everything thinking that they. Oh.
The whole family's been infested with lice.
Jesus Christ. Well, yeah, they're sleeping on the floor of the goddamn living room.
That kitty's eating good though, boy.
Y'all ever had lice?
Nah, any good? Kids are always don't get lice. You're gonna have to put mayo in your hair.
I thought you just had to get a buzz cut.
Not only lice, but this house is infested with the great brother fleas.
Lice and fleas.
Fleas Witherspoon.
I thought it was 7, but this is like a family of 6 million that's living in this house.
They actually also have 4 cats, which fans and sleuths have discovered over time are slowly getting abused.
I thought it was 1 cat. Of course, it's fucking 4.
4 cats, 5 kids, 6 million fleas in a 1-bedroom.
I read the Resilient Jenkins fam. I thought it was about a family that went on like a trip and like did a hike.
Have all these infestations, they are resilient.
Maybe just careless.
The mom,
We need confessionals with the lice.
man, that shit was easy, man.
So while the kids are doing God knows what,
Not their homework.
she's pregnant.
Pregnant, there's another one coming?
They don't have much money. Meanwhile, he does have a PS5, and they are on TikTok Live, rolling up and smoking loud while she is pregnant.
They get home to their one bedroom, see their 5 kids, make their way to the bedroom, hit the PS5 on, roll up some loud, and just cool out as if they're not infested.
And then say, you know who needs to see this? Everyone. Do you know what game?
Crash Bandicoot?
Andrew's playing NFL Street.
Andrew's losing himself in Red Dead Redemption.
He kicks one of the kids out because to set up Rock Band.
Stephanie says, Andrew has guaranteed me he'll give me another baby if I get some viral content.
Hey, Steph, welcome to the whiteboard. You did it.
Are they planning a family YouTube channel launch?
The fleas are like, Steph, you are fucking insane.
She's an at-home mom. He's attempting to provide for the family by doing odd jobs, Uber.
His Uber rating is most certainly in the 3s.
Mind if I have some of your fries in the DM?
Sends the picture and it's like dropped off outside of your apartment building.
He doesn't want a job that requires a W-2 because he has another child and he doesn't want to pay child support.
Jesus Christ.
Can you lie, though, on a W-2 on your dependent?
And the IRS is going to come for him like they did for Dr. Dillamon.
Instead, his plan was to clean hubcaps with a toothbrush for $32 an hour.
Clean hubcap? What the fuck?
What is a hubcap?
The rims.
Working at West Coast Customs?
Yo, we heard you like fleas.
We put a one-bedroom in your car.
We heard y'all like lice. So this car is infested.
What motherly qualities has she done to be considered a momfluencer?
She just has kids. Everyone has a mom, technically.
I think right now there's too much focus on the fluencer part, and maybe she needs to hone in on the mom part.
They had the cat. She didn't want them in the crib anymore, so she made the excuse, listen, they were indoor cats, trying to make them outdoor cats now.
So not the cats, one of the kids is in the mix.
They were officially evicted. They were in government housing, yet they're documenting all of the horrible things they're doing to the government housing.
And you know those landlords can't stand when the bedroom smells like weed. I know from experience.
Or lice, fleas, and 7 kids.
As they were evicted, instead of dealing with the cat, they abandoned the kitties.
Wow, man.
I just feel like the internet's done a good job of beating up the momfluencers who actually fucking suck.
Now they are going into a hotel.
A hotel? Let's be real. It's probably a motel.
What do you do with all your moving boxes?
It's not like they had much to move. PS5.
The lights. They're part of the family.
Breaking news, the cats have been rescued and are being cared for. Fellas, what are your final thoughts on the resiliency of the resilient Jenkins fam?
You're rooting for the kids.
We want the kids to be successful.
They're going to grow up to be lice technicians.
Family business, pest control. They know the lane.
So, all right. But
Yeah, it was a lot.
I went down a fucking rabbit hole of these fucking people.
Right.
And it's, dude, and this is the reason I bring it up. These people are famous. Like they're actively making money on the internet.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
You know what I mean?
And here we are.
Not enough.
And here, see, that's one of the big controversies because people are, dude, there are TikTok creators that saying, I know how much I get paid per view or per 1,000 views. And I know what converts, and I know, and I'm looking at her, you know, and if she gets 25% of her views from where she's supposed to, where she needs to get them to get paid from, and that's low, 25% is low, she's pulling in $6,000 a month. Easy. And if she's not, she's fucking up. But they don't see, here's the thing, they can't claim, they can't tell you that they're making money because their whole shtick is being poor.
Right.
Right? So if your whole shtick is being poor and you're making money and you're not poor anymore, what's your shtick? You don't have one. Also, the motherfucker's trying to listen, women, ladies,
Bitches.
if you're with a man and that man is actively trying to hide his income and not pay child support
For another
on a child that is his, that is an inkling into what is going to happen to you.
It is
Do you understand?
flag. That's what we call it.
That is, yeah, that's what you call a red flag. And I had this argument with my wife, you know, because she doesn't like that I will, you know, if I'm picking him up at his home, I'll go in, I'll say hello, I'll be cordial. Why can't he? And I'm like, you know, there's, you know, this is a window into what happens if we have a kid.
Yeah.
And we break up.
Yeah.
This is how I'm going to treat you.
Yeah.
This is how I'm going to treat our child. Do you understand? And
So she wants you to walk in, slap her in the face.
no, but it's like, why can't it just be a car transfer? Why can't you just beep the horn and him come out? And I'm like, because that's, you know, well, she didn't go through it. You know, she's not a product of divorce, and she's, you know, she's never
life
Yeah,
is so much easier when you handle it that way.
It is.
Because everybody sees that there's effort being made and you try to get on board, you know?
Yeah.
Mhm.
You know, and that's, but if the guy's like hiding his income and they're like trying, now they're active. Dude, there's another kid who's got a mom. One of the kids has another mom. So one of the kids is his.
Right.
The mom asked him to take care of him because she was fucked up on drugs.
Oh, Jesus.
She's since cleaned herself up, trying to get, she's trying to get visitation. And they're fucking with her. They're hiding this kid because they're living in a motel room. Dude, she's like deep frying shit in a hotel room.
Oh,
Nice.
Right. And I mean, it was just one of those things. Just went, and I'm like, okay.
You don't think they're just getting the room a few days a month and
That's
filming content?
Or, dude, they could probably afford. They could probably just keep the room and go live somewhere else. All right, come on, guys, let's go film. You know, let's go film the bullshit.
Well, that's what I'm saying. If they're, you know,
I hope
if you're saying they have to move every 28 days, are they going in and, you know, they'll get the room for 3 or 4 days and just film content as much as they can? As there's 3 or 4 days, cut it, release it until the next time. I saw one of their like move into a hotel room videos. Mm-hmm. That's a lot of work. They do a lot of, like, that's the thing, is it's let's see. It's closer to the truth than that.
Yeah. And it's here. It's like you would hope. But this is them like, now, all right. This is a hotel. And they're completely.
Yeah.
You know, I was hoping there wasn't going to be a black guy involved in any of this.
Were you really?
We all were.
Absolutely, I was hoping.
But just the, like, she's these little decorations. Why decorate for 28 days? Is that a decoration or is that like oil?
I don't know.
It's like cooking oils and shit.
Yeah, like, yeah, that she's moving food in.
I just waited for you because I was like, Dad probably knows exactly what charges are.
But let's go back to the beginning real quick, because I just want to. There it is.
Yeah, I heard it.
It's a hotel room.
Well,
did they bring that with them?
Well,
did they bring an old smoke detector with them? Because a hotel is supposed to be hardwired for one.
Well, I mean,
now,
dude.
Again, like, why would you go, oh, you know who needs to see this? Everybody.
Everybody.
It's just, I don't. So what do you guys? Do you guys think that this is just poverty porn, or do you think this is how these people live and they're just not smart enough to know any better?
Dad probably knows exactly what charges are.
Probably a little bit of both.
Because the kids aren't saying anything like, "Can we go back home?"
No, they're accustomed to this shit. You know.
So I feel like if it was completely fake, you'd have the kids protesting like,
"This sucks.
Why do we have to do this?"
Yeah, I feel like you'd hear shit like that. Because kids are not good at keeping secrets, even if you beat them.
That's right.
Air fried. It's still kind of, it's a hotel room. I really hope I get the chance to cook for you, Raul, someday. Some of the captions. That caption seems like a threat. Here's the comments. That's funny. That caption seems like a threat. I know it stinks in there. The resilient air fryer.
Which I guess you wash in the bathtub. Hope you don't slip and fall in chicken grease.
I mean,
Can you cook up a jog application?
I do have some questions because
Motel meals by Metheny.
okay, so they're really poor, right? But like even their utensils are all in good shape.
Yeah, poor people aren't using new utensils.
Those Ziploc bags were Ziploc bags.
Yeah.
And they're even
green shit on them.
Exactly. And that's olive oil that she's
not
using.
Salad oil and no frills.
Right. She's using actual, like all the shit is brand name products. This is not dollar store value brand shit. She's using tongs and not her hand.
Well, now she's using
Yeah, she's got liners. She's got liners in the air fryer.
Well, just to maintain, the liners I feel are necessary if you're going to be cooking in a fucking motel room. Probably. You got nowhere to clean that fucking thing.
Where are you getting liners from?
Well, I mean, you can shoplift anything.
You can.
You know.
But I feel like all their shit is in a little bit too. All that shit is in too good of a condition.
I don't know if I call that hot plate in good condition. But I see what you're saying. The spoons, the pot.
Yeah,
that pot should only have one handle, for fuck's sake.
There's just a little too much going on here.
Yeah, the fact that pot has both handles is sus.
Oh,
say that right,
dude. Is that the plate you build in a motel room?
Just carrying that little fucking kid around like it's a football. Oh, this is them packing up.
Wow. I don't know. I feel
Those
like
clothes are filthy.
There's got to be something that's not.
Like you really hope. You hope there's.
Yeah, because there's kids involved, man.
You hope there's something, and I don't. Again, the only reason I'm bringing this up is these fucking people are famous.
Yeah.
All right, and if they can get famous for that, then what the fuck? We should be, we're terrible people too.
Yeah. We exploit each other.
We need to be more terrible. We need to be more terrible.
That's the lesson learned here, is that we're not terrible enough. That's all I'm learning.
I mean, I'm peeing on floors, peeing in sinks. Just got to do more.
I'm not getting punched in the mouth.
Pete is clearly not getting punched in the face.
It is clear that Pete has not been punched in the face enough. But on that note, I think that we should bring this C block to an end because we've been going for an hour and 14 minutes.
Let's punch this C block in the face for the 241st time. This is episode 241. Thank you for joining us on the Media Virus Podcast. We will be back with you next week for an A, B, and a C block. Taping on Wednesday night. Shows drop Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, 5 a.m. Have a good one. This episode of the Media Virus Podcast is brought to you by 302-46 Voice. That's 302-46 Voice. If you want my voice on your project, dial 302-46 Voice today. Don't forget to check out our sister show on the Media Virus Podcast Network, Stepmoms Without Children. Join Ricky Rockdeff as she takes a deep dive into the fascinating people she meets and thinks that you should meet too. Find Stepmoms Without Children at themediavirus.com, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your fine podcasts. Special thanks to mysportsreports.com and delawaresports.com, delivering regional sports coverage straight to your devices via stream and podcast. Learn more at mysportsreports.com and delawaresports.com. If you wish to sponsor the Media Virus Podcast, email your contact information to pml@themediavirus.com with the subject line sponsor, or leave us a message at 646-VIRUS-01. On behalf of the infection team and our feckless leader, Maddie Rockdeff, I'm the Reverend Professor Mike Latoris, coming from to you live high atop Uncle Butch Studios, with one hand firmly on the pulse and the other clawing for a shred of sanity. This has been the Media Virus Podcast. We'll be back next week. Find us at themediavirus.com, on social media, or download us now from your favorite podcast platform.
Ugh.